Hello everyone, Abby here with Scrap and Abby, and I'm really excited to finally get my color swatching done for my Daniel Smith Extra Fine Watercolor samples. Actually it's called the Try It color sheet that I picked up from Amazon. And these colors, I'm so excited because they are absolutely beautiful. I've seen them in other swatches, and I've actually seen them in use from other watercolor videos and things on YouTube. And one of my most favorite people to watch is Lindsay Wyrick with the Frugal Crafter, and I'll link her channel below. I'm sure you have heard of her at some point. She has like, you know, she's like at 275,000 some odd number of subscribers. She's just awesome, and she does a really good job of always making you feel like you can watercolor even if you don't call yourself an artist or something. So, which is what I don't call myself that. I'm a mixed media artist and I'm a paper crafter professional, things like that. But you know, I can't like draw to save my life. But I love to use watercolors. I think it's a really fun medium to do with your crafting. So what I did to make my own swatch sheet is I just basically copied the template that came on the Try It color sheet, and the paper I'm using, this happens to be my husband's pad that he just picked up. It's the Master's Touch from Hobby Lobby. He is an actual artist. He has a degree in graphic design, but during the day he's a software network engineer. So he just grabbed that really quickly because it was on sale. So that's what I'm going to use for this. And what I did is I just went ahead and used my ruler, and I probably spent more time on making my little swatch areas more than I probably should have, because I'm a little bit anal retentive and I like things to be pretty organized if I can help it. So other people might just want to just eyeball their different squares, whatever. And yes, I know this is off a little bit from this side, but I wanted to have a little bit longer on this side, so if I eventually get more of these colors, or say because I'm a purple girl, maybe I want to see what this lilac looks like if I make it a little bit lighter toned or something like that. That's why I kind of an extra little sample area for these other colors. So I just wrote across the top simply what's on the Try It color sheet, and then on the side I just mimicked the different categories, and then again I left some extra room, so if I acquire more of these on a sample sheet, or if I want to dilute or mix any of these colors together to create something custom, I have a couple extra spaces to do that on the same sheet itself. So I'm going to be doing this for my other watercolor set, but this video is all about the Daniel Smith. So I just have some water ready in my little canning jar, and the brush I'm going to be using is, this is from I covered up the name, I don't remember who it is, and I apologize, I'm not an artist, don't hate me, but it's the number 12 round, and I have this washi tape on it because I could not get the adhesive off no matter how much alcohol and stuff I use. It drove me nuts. So that's the only reason there's washi tape on there. I might switch between that brush and just my little water brush here, I'm not sure. Let's kind of see how I go along that. So what I'm gonna do is instead of having you guys watch me do this, it's probably gonna take me a little bit to do this because, you know, I'm stopping to do laundry and stuff in between. So I thought what I would do is just make this next segment into like a process video, so you could just kind of see how I'm gonna do this for me. And then once everything's dry, then I'm gonna go back through with my marker, probably my doodle pen from Scarlet Line, Chrissy Tomlinson, which they no longer sell anymore, or you could use a fine tip Sharpie or something. I did test and swatch it on a scrap piece of this after I cut it down to make sure it wasn't going to smear or bleed out too much. Then I'll go back through once all of the colors are done and dried. Then I'm going to follow through and write down the color name. Now I'm not worried about losing track if I have to stop and pick this up again tomorrow or something, because I'm following the exact same template as this Try It color sheet. So that's another reason why I wanted to mimic this. So with all of that set, I'm going to go ahead and get everything kind of set up. And then when I come back on camera, I'm just going to have this set at, you know, like a time lapse, like fast. And then I'll try to put some nice, easy listening music to it so you ladies can have something nice to listen to if you want. And just want to throw this out there. So we'll kind of see if this is the kind of video you guys would like to watch me do for my other watercolors, or, you know, sometimes people like to just watch people do this so they get an idea. So I will for sure put it in a link in the description to Lindsay's channel, and give credit where credit is due as far as how I'm doing these different swatch samples. So I will see you ladies in just a little bit. Okay, so you can tell that I have completed almost the entire swatch card except for the last four. So these colors here, which are part of the luminescent colors, so all of the colors in this top row here, and even these two down here, they do not show up on here as well as on camera as these other colors up here, because it is like a shimmer iridescent. So I didn't want to really speed through those because it looks like I'm painting nothing. But I promise you the color is there on my paper. I don't know if it'll pick up on camera or not, but it's just like using the, yeah, so you can kind of see it in the bottom row here and kind of down here. These are like the different shimmer mists and things like that, how they're real iridescent and they're just a kind of light touch of color. So that's what why it might look to you like, oh, Abby skipped a whole row or something. So I thought what I would do is go ahead and just do this normal speed live with you for the last four colors. So I have Duo Saguaro Green, I'm not sure how you pronounce that, Duo Cactus Flower, so of course I'm anxious for this one because it's purple, and then a Green Pearl, and then a Cabo Blue, or Cabo Blue, probably Cabo Blues I'm trying to say. So what I was doing, I'm not sure if you caught on to my little pointing at this is just a dry paper towel, and each time I get done swatching on here, I kind of swatch in a different area, kind of try to put light colors together. Daniel Smith is a very expensive line, this like artist quality, artist grade of watercolors, and even if it only cost me $2 for this swatch kit or a whole pan of paints, I still wouldn't waste it because I don't like to waste any crafting stuff, but especially things that are expensive like this. That's why I wanted to try out the color sheet first to see if I liked them. So what I'm doing is I'm putting them on this napkin, and then once this dries, I can throw this into my mixed media scrap stash I have underneath my table, so when I have extra pages when I'm wiping off brushes or inks or things like that, I can incorporate these into my junk journal books or whatever kind of art I want to do. So just a little tip on that. And then I have a separate washcloth over, or excuse me, paper towel over here. And each time I dab over here, I go over to my water, do a quick wash, and then roll it onto the dry paper towel just to make sure I'm not mixing any of these colors. So, and now we're just going to go ahead and go through to this green here. So I thought I'm hoping these colors show up a little bit better on camera, but I don't know. If they are. Yeah, this one, ooh, this one's really pretty. Oh my goodness, look at those undertones in there. Ooh, I'm trying not to use too much of the paint because I definitely want to come back and make a project, use a project, you know, using some of those colors in a project, so I'm trying to spit out. So I definitely don't want to use up all of the sample, because that's really it's like a dual purpose from what I can understand, is that you get enough to look at the colors, you know, in real life, and then also have a sample swatch sheet here. And then I like to have a separate one because I'm not always going to want to pack this one around because it's got, you know, open paint on it. So that's just kind of my take on that. Well, that's really pretty. And I'm going to wipe this off so I can keep that. And then just a quick swatch. And then I'm going to do the purple one last because that's my favorite, of course, and I just kind of want to close on something that I love. So this next one is the Duochrome Green Pearl, and this one is really pretty. Look at that one. That's really nice. I love that teal. I mean, I know it says Green Pearl, but it looks a little bit kind of like a shimmery light teal to me almost. I like it a lot. So make sure I'm going in order. And a couple spots up top there I kind of fubbed. I was, you know, not really paying attention because I was watching a YouTube video and I looked up to see what this person was talking about, and I kind of went over and melded the lines a little bit, but I grabbed a Q-tip and quickly sopped it up, and then I just went back with the color because I don't want any of these to blend. I want this to be the clean, pure color, and then I'll blend as I'm using them on an actual project. So that might happen, but again, I was not being super careful either. I was got engrossed in a YouTube video I was watching, and you know, it's funny because you get so like almost in a trance. If this is like this is like fussy cutting for me, or when I'm, you know, doing like you know, mosaic tiles or something, and I'm cutting a bunch of little bits of paper and stuff. It's very relaxing for me and almost like Zen, I guess, and I just almost zone out what I'm doing. So I didn't realize I was making that. So it's therapeutic for me too. That's really pretty. All right, so for the last color, which is perfect timing because my camera's flashing and it's getting ready to die on me here. So the last one is going to be this Duo Cactus Flower. Oh, that's really pretty too. I'm trying to hold it where you can see it and I can see it. So that looks nice. So just enough there, and I'm just going to get a little bit more of the product in my brush. and then I'm going to go ahead and put it on here. Now, I did not get the water paper squares wet before I put the color on, because I really, sorry, I forgot to turn my phone off, because you know, I'm not making a art piece out of this. This is just going to be, you know, for my color guard, so, or my color swatch. So there you have it. I have the entire color swatch done. And once these are dry, I'll go back in with a black marker right on the bottoms. And that's something else, just a little tip for you as well. I forgot that I was going to come back and write, so I went all the way to the bottom of the box, and that's why you're going to see where I stopped doing that, and I left a little bit of room so I have room to write. That way I'm not writing over top the ink, especially on the dark ones like that. So that's what it looks like. I'll share with you what it looks like when it's all completely dry, and I've got all of my names written on there. And then again, this is the 66 color sheet. Now, if you're interested in this, I got this from, it was either Joann's or Michael's, I forget which one, and it was $7.99. And because his, like I said, Daniel Smith is like a really high-end watercolor, but this is the cheapest way I could find for me to try these to see if I like them. I'm probably just going to stick more so with my Winsor, Winsor Newton watercolors, because these are pretty pricey, but I might maybe buy just like 1 pound or 1 tube of certain purples that I like, because, you know, that's the fun part of that. So I hope you ladies enjoyed this video. I know it's a little bit different than what I normally do, because this kind of stuff I would just do off camera and then just really construct and create the project on camera. But, you know, sometimes people like to watch videos where you're doing this, or maybe you want to see how I do it. So, like I said, there are tons of videos on YouTube that show you how to do color swatches. This is just the way Scrappin' Abby's going to do it. So I will see you ladies next time. Happy crafting, happy planning, and happy scrapping. And because of the theme of this video today, happy watercolor in. I'll see you ladies next time. Bye.